There's a massive shift happening right now in how India builds its future. And right at the heart of that change is a company called Interarch Building Solutions. Today, we're going to unpack the story behind their absolutely explosive growth.
And what a story it is. It all starts with this one number, 44%. That's their year-over-year revenue growth. Now, that isn't just a good quarter. That's a massive signal that something really, really big is going on here.
So what's actually fueling this thing? What's the engine behind this incredible performance? What is Interarch doing that has put them on such a wild trajectory? Well, let's dive in.
To figure it out, we're going straight to the source. We're breaking down all the key insights from their latest earnings call, where the leadership, including their managing director Arvind Nanda, basically laid out their entire game plan for everyone to see.
Okay, so first things first. To really get why they're so successful, you have to understand what they actually sell. Because it's not just, steel beams or roofing panels. Nope, it's a whole new way of thinking about construction.
They're experts in something called pre-engineered buildings, or PEBs for short. Now, think of it this way. Instead of building everything from scratch on a muddy construction site, the entire building is designed and made in a clean, efficient factory. Then it's shipped out and just assembled. It's a total game changer for how buildings get made.
And listen to how the company's MD puts it, because this is really key. He says to think of it less like construction and more like buying capital goods, like buying a complete machine. The customer buys one single thing, a finished building. Interarch takes care of everything, from the very first blueprint to the final bolt being tightened.
I love this analogy they use because it just perfectly explains how complex this whole thing is. You've got design, engineering, production, and execution. Those are the four legs, and they all have to work in perfect harmony. If just one of those legs wobbles, the whole project comes crashing down. It's a super high-stakes, incredibly coordinated dance.
So why is the market shifting so hard towards this model? Well, it really just boils down to one simple word: certainty. For the customer, it's a true one-stop shop. They get a fixed price, no surprises, they get a fixed completion date, and one company takes all the responsibility. In a world of endless construction delays and crazy cost overruns, that is absolutely huge.
Okay, so we get it. The demand is on fire. So how is Interarch planning to cash in on this? Well, they aren't just riding the wave. No, they are investing, and investing heavily, to basically own it. And when I say they're betting big, I am not kidding. Look at this. A brand new plant in Gujarat, a Phase 2 expansion in Andhra Pradesh, plus a whole new unit just for heavy structures. We're talking about a capital expenditure, a capex, of around 200 crore rupees. That's roughly 24 million US dollars. This is a monster investment in their own future. And to put that in perspective, just look at what that investment does to their total production capability. They're jumping from about 200,000 metric tons all the way up to 280,000. That is a gigantic leap in their ability to serve all this new demand. And get this, they're not waiting around. The company is raising 100 crore rupees right now to speed all of this up. They see the opportunity in the market today, and they are moving lightning fast to build the capacity to meet it. But of course, no growth story is ever that simple. It's not all smooth sailing. Rapid expansion, a competitive market, that always brings risks. So how is Interarch getting ready to navigate these tricky waters? And this brings up the elephant in the room, right? Since their whole business is built on steel, what's stopping some giant steel producer from just waltzing in and crushing them?
Well, the answer really comes down to the business model itself. See, steel companies sell a commodity. They sell the raw material. That's it. PEB companies, on the other hand, sell a complex, finished product. They are a turnkey solutions provider. They take on all the project management, all the risk. It's a totally different ballgame, and it's a niche that the big commodity giants have just never wanted to get into.
Okay, what about the other major risk? The crazy, volatile price of steel. Well, Interarch has a really clear three-step playbook for this. First, they predict future prices. Second, they stock a 2-month inventory to act as a buffer against any sudden spikes. And third, they secure fixed price orders way in advance. It's a whole system designed to bring predictability to a super unpredictable market.
So we have a revolutionary product, a massive expansion plan, and a smart risk management strategy. What's the endgame here? What is all of this building towards?
A quick look at their current business gives us a huge clue. A whopping 85% comes from the industrial and manufacturing sectors. But here's the number that really blew me away.
An incredible 82% of their total business is from repeat customers. That's not just a vote of confidence, that's a powerful defense against any competition.
And because that foundation is so strong, they can lay out this crystal clear and really ambitious roadmap. They're starting from over 1,400 crores, and they see a clear path to blowing past 2,500 crores in revenue in just a couple of years.
And here it is. This is the big one. Once all their new factories are up and running at full capacity, the company's total annual revenue potential stands at 3,500 crore rupees. That is the ultimate prize. That's what this entire strategy is aiming for.
Which really leaves us with this one final thought. Interarch is making a massive, very calculated bet on a whole new way of building, and really on the future of Indian industry itself. So the question isn't just about whether they'll succeed, but whether their vision is going to help build the entire physical landscape of India's next great economic chapter.